Kiran Kher, Jayanta Ghoshal, Ami Yagnik, Sanjay Jha and Sankarshan Thakur, welcome back into the debate. Point is pretty clear, Sankarshan, that today LK Advani is pushed to a corner. He played his cards without assessing his strength. He rolled the dice without knowing the game. And he's been checkmated tonight. What's your assessment? You agree with that?
I think it looks like that, Arnab, and the decision to make Mr. Narendra Modi chairman of the campaign committee, I think, was made after the leadership present in Goa had meditated the consequences. And I cannot be, the BJP leadership cannot be considered so foolish as to not sense or judge that there might be a strong counter reaction from Mr. Advani. I think they took all this into account. There is a crisis at the moment that they are trying to resolve. I am not sure whether they'll resolve it or not, but at the moment, from the way the figures are stacked, Mr. Advani does look isolated. The party will not pile any indignity on him. He's a very senior leader, and I think everyone pays service to.
No, but that's all. No, that's all lip service.
Leadership.
That's all lip service.
Mr. Advani is
that's
isolated.
All lip service.
Yes. I mean, they can't.
No, Sankarshan, you are a very experienced political journalist. All this we respect you a lot. You are required today more than ever before.
That's what I'm saying.
Etc. Is lip service because the choice has been made. The choice has now been made.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. It is a premeditated choice. I will not believe that those who made the decision to promote Mr. Modi to this position did not take into account that Mr. Advani will be very, very angry.
So while Mr. The fact is that Kiran Kher, welcome. It's good to see you on Times Now after a long time and difficult spot today. Why Kiran Kher, while Mr. Modi has been talking about a Congress Mukt Bharat, his elevation is resulting in a Advani Mukt BJP. The Congress kept warning that it would be BJP versus BJP if Modi was projected for a greater role. With Advani's resignation, Ms. Kher, haven't all those people, including Ami Yagnik, including Sanjay Jha, who are on live with you tonight, haven't they been proven correct that there will be a divide in the BJP?
Well, Arnab, what I'd like to say is repeating what all the other spokespersons have been saying through the day. That first, I'd like to begin with saying that we all respect and love Advani ji very much. And I personally have a great equation with him and his family. But I would like to say, what happens is that when people start movements, whichever movements they might be, and they turn into political parties, time goes by, years go by, and movements have a way of charting their own path. And leaders come, newer leaders come, and they are encouraged by the seniors. And you come to a point where some are more popular and some are less popular. And what happens is that when you have a leader that delivers, then the entire party cadre seems to want that leader to head them into an election campaign. For God's sake, there have been leaders heading election campaigns like Mr. Arun Jaitley, etc. in the past. And they have not had two committees, one for the states and one for the national thing. The national elections are so close to the state elections that it has to be a united kind of a campaign. And you cannot have two or three heads of that because that will lead to chaos. The Congress seems to be encouraging this because they want it to happen. If they
how can the Congress? One second. How does the Congress encourage?
I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how, because they are coming on and putting pressure and trying to say,
let her complete. Ami Yagnik, I'll come to you. Let her complete.
Let me complete. Sanjay Jha, don't interrupt. You have such a bad habit. Please keep quiet 1 minute. You'll have your say. You've been having it for the last 3 days.
Auntie, I'll adhere to whatever you tell me. Yes.
You can't say, Auntie, darling, count the white hair in your beard. You're probably my age. So kindly don't be disrespectful. Kindly be quiet.
Please.
I want to say one thing to you. He can't get personal like this. Is he mad?
Yeah, please, 1 second. Sanjay Jha, don't get personal.
I want to say only one thing that you're provoked.
Just a request. Let us not have theatrical performance. It's a national channel. We have a national debate going on. Let's cut out theatrical performance here. Please
No, but
carry on.
please no personal fights here, please. You know, Sanjay Jha, with great respect, no
I'm
personal fights, no personal comments. Come back to the point.
Spewing venom on TV.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, the
Come back
point
to the
is
point.
this.
Let her complete her point. Then
point
both
is this.
Sanjay Jha and Ami Yagnik will get a full opportunity to respond. But Kiran Kher has the right to finish her comments.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
They have been extremely provocative. People who have been the biggest dissenters of Mr. Advani's politics are strangely in a hypocritical fashion saying, oh, poor Mr. Advani, this is the way we treat our elders, this is the way. What is it if it's not provocation? They're trying to swing it away from Mr. Modi because they're petrified of Mr. Modi coming in to lead the elections in 2014. So they're playing these subversive games, trying to highlight what happens in most political parties. But in most political parties, the baton is handed over to the son. Nobody seems to mind handing it over to a younger generation, a la Mulayam Singh Yadav, etc., when it's to a son or in the Congress. But when it is handed over to another generation in another party, these problems are bound to arise. Don't worry, this is a churning and something clean will come out of it.
Okay, now we'll get the response, but I want to make one observation before I go to the two people who want to respond to you and had raised hands. First of all, I want to request, let us argue point by point, rebuttal by rebuttal, argument by argument. Let us not respond person to person. That's request number one. Second point is, I want to make a small observation that while I found Meenakshi Lekhi at 8 o'clock on the Newshour tonight, at 8 o'clock she seemed critical of Advani, I find Kiran Kher openly supportive of Modi. Openly supportive of Modi and critical of Advani. She prefaced by saying that she has a good relationship with Mr. Advani and his family. But what you have said, Kiran Kher, is openly supportive of Mr. Modi. What you are saying is time for a change has come. The change is happening and everyone, including presumably Mr. Advani, must accept that. That is what you are saying. Now don't go back on what you said.
No.
What you said.
I was never critical of Mr. Advani and pro Mr. I'm not going back on it. I am just telling you a general thing about what happens in politics and in most political parties.
Yeah, but you're talking in the context of what's happening in the BJP.
We need
You're talking in the context of what's happening in the BJP.
Yeah, but
we are not talking of elections
I don't say
in
that
another
we
country.
don't need Mr. Advani. I never said we don't need Mr. Advani.
You didn't say that, but you
listen,
are openly
Arnab, I think
supporting
Mr. Advani is hurt. Mr. Advani is hurt. Mr. Advani is upset. And I think this being upset is being fanned by people who have personal access to gripe.
Responses from two sides tonight. Kiran Kher, you've had a long say. Have the patience to listen. First Sanjay Jha, then Ami Yagnik. Quick counter questions, counter points here. Jayanta Ghoshal and Sankarshan, please feel free to come into the debate, but let's get the Congress in first. Sanjay Jha, strong counter arguments sweeping aside all the criticism that you have thrown and your party has thrown at the BJP. I'm sure you'd like your chance to respond. Go ahead.
No, I don't think there has been any convincing explanation. I always believe that a party that is so immune to reality and living in a fool's paradise is really in deep trouble. There's not even an acknowledgement at this point of time. There is L.K. Advani's letter. I have seen the letter. The world has read each and every line of that content. Yeah. Instead of recognizing that he said that there are individuals in the party running their own personal agenda. Now, you asked this question, Arnab, earlier, who these individuals are. I don't know who the individuals are, but one individual certainly is Mr. Narendra Modi. And that is the reality that cannot be ignored. And what is happening today? And that's exactly what I think was even a point being stressed by Abhishek Manu Singhvi earlier, that what you're witnessing at this point of time is a BJP which is looking so desperate for power that each one is trampling over the other, hoping to be the first one to touch the finishing line. It's a notional dream. It is this whole fantasy land they're living in. And I honestly believe it's for the BJP to resolve it out. I think this whole attempt on the part of Nirmala Sitharaman to talk about Sitaram Kesri, please for heaven's sake, we have a forum where we debate our differences.
No, Mr. Sitaram Kesri wasn't exactly asked whether he wants to hand over.
Let me answer this question.
Sitaram Kesri example was interesting.
And the attempt attempt by Kiran Kher,
Yeah, respond to Kiran Kher. Respond to Kiran Kher.
camouflage this discussion into saying, I'm doing that. And the attempt by Kiran Kher to say, eventually I thought she was literally saying that Advani, your time is up, Narendra Modi is in, it is inevitable, and that's the way it's going to be. So all this compromise that you're hearing, even if it occurs, is going to be an extremely fragile patch-up which may lead to, in fact, further simmering discontent. But I'm not here to predict the doomsday of the BJP. All I'm saying is that the
She
BJP
wants to respond back.
Like
Ami Yagnik is not into the debate yet. Kiran Kher, I suggest Kiran Kher that you listen to Ami Yagnik also before getting your chance to respond. One of our viewers responds to us, Ami Yagnik, and I want to put this question to you. One of our viewers writes, maybe this is exactly what the BJP needed to get clear-cut leadership and generation change. It could get worse and then better. In fact, much better. This is a question which many of our viewers are asking today, that maybe out of this so-called the churn, the manthan, as Kiran Kher describes, a stronger BJP leadership will emerge, a changed BJP leadership. Ami Yagnik, your response to Kiran Kher and to that question, please.
Arnav, first thing, that the manner in which everything has happened in the last 3 days looks very familiar. You might have seen the history in Gujarat, the national leaders in Gujarat, how they were ousted, and everything has now, as they want it clean, was cleaned. You know, you can talk about Keshubai, you can talk of Suresh Bhai Mehta, you can talk of Dr. A.K. Patel, you can talk of Haran Pandya, you can talk of Sanjay Joshi. There's an endless list. These are the prominent ones.
No, you said.
So
you said that when you said Keshubai, one second. You said, I remember talking to you. You said Keshubai will torpedo Modi. You said Modi, the fact that the old guard in Gujarat was not taken care of and not respected will affect the BJP's chances. You, Ami Yagnik, came on program after program talking about the fact that, you know, we are unhappy at what is happening in the BJP, and when Keshubai was breaking forth, you said that he will stop Modi from coming to power. You remember all that? Now somebody will say, take the Gujarat example, apply it in a national context. Keshubai didn't have much effect. Will Advani have a greater effect? In fact, Keshubai had a party of his own. Advani has to work within the BJP.
Comparing apples and oranges. No. You
one second, Arnav. Please listen to me. The manner in which the patriarchs in a particular setup are being, in an outfit are being dealt with, and that is what I'm pointing out. That it was a
how is that? Why are you so concerned?
Which we saw in the last 4 days. The second is the letter which very clearly summarizes the reality of a party which has gone on record on several platforms saying, let there be a united India, let us take the country to a certain level, let the country progress. Sauno Saath means take everybody together.
Okay, one sec. Sankarshan and Joyanto, quick words from you. Quick comment from Sankarshan and Joyanto. Before I go to you, Kiran Kher, I will give you a response. Sankarshan. Sankarshan and Joyanto Ghoshal. They are seasoned political journalists. Sankarshan first.
Arnab, frankly, I cannot for the life of me understand, Arnab, why is the Congress sounding so worried? They should be very happy. They should be smiling across TV studios tonight.
We are happy.
You know, they are the ones.
Good point.
Happy with ourselves. We are not bothered about
let this drama play out. It's a power struggle happening in the BJP. Let it play out.
No, but the...
And, you know, and just... I find it very galling. I really, it's very amusing to see the Congress.
It's a good point, Sankarshan, because Joyanto Ghoshal, one second. I'll come to you, Kiran Kher. I will give you equal turn. The point is, Joyanto Ghoshal... No, Mr. Ghoshal, maybe the Congress party wanted this churning to continue for a very long time. Maybe the Congress party wanted this fight to continue right up to 2014. They did not want the fight to end now decisively. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah.